بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وهو معكم أينما كنتم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وبارك وسلم. There is an element of our deen which is called ihsan. If you want to translate ihsan in English, it would mean excellence. But the way that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam has defined ihsan is that he has said that أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. That you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a way that as if you are looking at Him. And if not, yani if you're not able to achieve that state, then know that He is looking at you. We don't have time to go over this hadith. Actually, it's a beautiful hadith called Hadith Jibreel. When Jibreel alayhi salam came to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam in form of a man, and he asked him a few questions, and this was part of the question that Jibreel alayhi salam asked Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that mal ihsan, what is ihsan? And then at the end, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that Jibreel came to teach you your deen. Jibreel alayhi salam came to teach you your religion. Ihsan is part of deen. Ihsan is part of religion. That we always have this awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We always have this state that as if we are looking at Allah ta'ala, or at least as if Allah ta'ala is looking at me. Why is this important? The reason it is important is because all of our affairs will become excellent, will become beautiful, if we have this feeling in our heart that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking at me. For example, if we are working at our workplace and our manager or our director or our CEO is there, right there in that room in which we are working, the way that we will work will be different. We'll want to do the things in the best of the ways because we know that somebody who is in charge of me is looking at me. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the King of the Kings, Allah ta'ala, who is our Creator, who is our Malik, who is our Khalik. If we have this feeling that Allah ta'ala is looking at me all the time, that everything that we will do will be in the best of the ways, will be done in an excellent way. So this is part of deen. And not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us that we have that state. Allah ta'ala has said in the Quran that there are some people of His, there are some ibad of His, there are some slaves of His who do zikr of His, الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ, who do zikr of Allah ta'ala standing, sitting and laying down on their sides all the time. Yani they always have this awareness of Allah ta'ala in their hearts. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has actually tested Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een for the state of istihza, of the state of awareness of Allah ta'ala. As we all know, People have gone to Hajj and people go for Umrah. In the state of Ihram, people are not allowed to hunt animals. People are not allowed to hunt animals in the state of Ihram. So when Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhu majma'in got into the state of Ihram, Allah ta'ala tested them. And what was the test? The test was that the animals came so close to them that they could have actually caught them without any weapons. They could have just caught them without having any sort of struggle or any sort of effort. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Allah ta'ala says that Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, layabluwannakumullahu bishay'in minas saydi, tanaluhu aydikum wa rimahukum. That, oh, you who believe, most certainly Allah ta'ala will try you, will test you by means of hunting, which may come within reach of your hands and your weapons. Yani you are in the state of Ihram, and these animals will come to you so that you can hunt them without making any effort. Why is that? Because Allah Ta'ala wants to test you that are you aware of Allah Ta'ala or not? لِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَخَافُهُ بِالْغَيْبِ. Allah Ta'ala says so that Allah Ta'ala will test those, or Allah Ta'ala will find out, Allah Ta'ala will know as to who amongst you have fear of Allah Ta'ala without seeing Him. Right? Just try to understand that. Try to ponder upon this. That you're hungry. The travels were not like these travels. They did not carry much food with them. What they were relying on was hunting animals while they were on that journey to Hajj. And now they're in Ihram. Allah Ta'ala has ordered them that they cannot hunt animals. And while they are in that state, while they are hungry, suddenly Allah Ta'ala sent animals, and they were so close to them that they could catch them. They could take them, and they could slaughter them and could eat them. And Allah Ta'ala did that. Allah Ta'ala is mentioning that in the Quran. Why? Because so that Allah Ta'ala can test them, test these Sahaba, that do they still fear Allah? Are they still aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that although possibly nobody is looking at them, but they have this in their heart that Allah Ta'ala is looking at them. لِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَخَافُهُ بِالْغَيْبِ. And then Allah Ta'ala said that if you're not aware of Allah Ta'ala, if you do not have istizar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you do not fear Allah Ta'ala in that state, when there's an opportunity to disobey Allah Ta'ala, فَمَنِ اعْتَدَى بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ فَلَهُ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. Whoever transgresses after that, they know that they should be in the state of awareness of Allah Ta'ala. They will have very severe punishment. So this is something that Allah Ta'ala wants that we all have in our heart. The state of ihsan, the state of awareness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Wherever we are, Allah Ta'ala has said in the Quran, هُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. He is with you wherever you are. You are in your bedrooms, you are in your toilets, you are at your workplace, you are with your family, you are with your friends, you are with anybody. We have to have this state of awareness of Allah Ta'ala in our hearts. And we should also know that what Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala wants from us at every single state. And this is deen. Ihsan is part of deen. In Ibn Majah, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned in one of the hadiths that is narrated by Sayyidina Sufyan Sayyidina Thawban radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He has said that لَا أَعْلَمَنَّ أَقْوَامًا مِنْ أُمَّتِي يَأْتُونَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ بِحَسَنَاتٍ أَمْثَالِ جِبَالِ تِهَامَةَ بِيدًا فَيَجْعَلُهَا اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that I certainly know those people of my ummah, of my nation, who will come on the day of judgment with good deeds like the mountains of Tihama. These are the mountains of Makkah Mukarramah. I know that there will be people who will come on the day of judgment with so many good deeds that if you have to gather them, they will be equivalent to the mountains of Tihama in Makkah Mukarramah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make them like scattered dust, like haba'an mansura. So Sayyidina Thawban radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who was there listening to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Ya Rasulullah, Sifhum lana, jallihim lana, Allah takuna minhum wa nahnu la na'lam. That Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, describe these people to us and tell us more so that we will not become like these people unknowingly. Yani, please tell us so that we don't become those people who will go on the day of judgment with so many good deeds, but on that day Allah Ta'ala will just make them like scattered dust. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Ama innahum ikhwanukum ومن جلدتكم ويأخذون من الليل كما تأخذون, that they are your brothers and they are from your race. They worship at night like you do, but they will be people ولكنهم أقوام إذا خلوا بمحارم الله انتهكوها. But these are those people when they are by themselves, when they are alone, when they don't have anybody around them but Allah, they transgress the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yani they are not aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time, and they disobey Allah ta'ala, they transgress the bounds that have been set by Allah ta'ala. Yani they do not fear Allah ta'ala, they don't have that element of ihsan in their hearts. Even though they have done a lot of good deeds in their life, but because they do not have awareness of Allah ta'ala, they do not have that state of ihsan in their hearts, on the day of, and they will transgress the bounds, they will sin, they will disobey Allah ta'ala, thinking that nobody is looking, while Allah ta'ala was still looking. They will go on the day of judgment with a lot of good deeds, but Allah ta'ala will just finish their good deeds and will make them like scattered dust. So please, people, we all need to develop that state of ihsan in our hearts. We all need to bring that state of zikr of Allah Ta'ala in our hearts. And we should think about this thing that Allah Ta'ala is looking at me wherever I am, irrespective of the place, irrespective of time, irrespective of who I'm with. And if inshallah ta'ala we have this state of ihsan, if we have state of this awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our hearts, and on top of that, I should also know that what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demand of me at this very particular time, and do it irrespective of if somebody is looking at me, if somebody is not looking at me. Inshallah ta'ala, Allah ta'ala will appreciate our efforts, and inshallah Allah ta'ala will give us reward for all the good deeds that we might have done in this dunya on the day of judgment. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.